What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of my HLTV Fantasy. Today we will be looking at Spring Sweet Spring 3 Regionals. And here you can see how the first stage of the tournament turned out. No great surprises to me looking at this. Yeah, Hyenas. I mean, I didn't do that well, even though I predicted a lot of the teams that did well. Just because I picked the wrong players from Hyenas, for example. You can go check the fantasy for this, for the first stage of the regionals. So yeah, I had Bubble Bar Up, AZ, Dreamers, Snacks. Yeah, it doesn't really do enough just because we don't have we didn't have the best players from Hyenas, for example. Like what you needed for yeah, damn, that's players to pick. San Payus. Which team does San Payus play for, I wonder? 141 points. Wow. Is that like Movistar? No, it's Iberian family. Or Carante. Was that Carante? I think it's probably... No, Iberian family, I believe then. Eraser. No, yeah, that is who they played. They have like a different name? Or what's this all about? I guess they've changed the name. Just interesting, honestly. I don't did they I guess they've literally switched teams during the event. Yeah. They've only played two. Okay, interesting. I assume this is probably they got released by Carante or they left the organization. Either way, let's get into the actual video here. This is the Swiss stage. You can see the first matchups here. So you don't want to pick two teams who are playing each other 100% of the time. Who could these teams be that you could pick here, for example? I guess like Apex and Hyenas. Let's say I could see myself picking Apex players and Hyenas players. Let's just generally look for some players who could be very good, like Bubbles and any of the Fiend guys, obviously. I think you have to expect them to do well here. Non-MMO players are not very expensive, except for K. Snacks, for example, definitely an option here. One Win and Deco, yeah, an option. The Flames guys do seem to be a bit overpriced still. They win their group. They didn't even win their group. They lost to Apex. Richt, still an interesting one to me. Here are the most picked players. I want to show that as well, of course. Yeah, 4 Fiend players, 3 Hyenas players, and Snacks. The most picked players. Not very surprising at all. Apex are an interesting one, especially now that they have a Cillian, but I'm not sure if I will go picking them up. I would probably expect not to do that, but it's a possibility. Hyenas, so the prices have kind of shifted a bit in that Kirby is now even more clearly a bit more expensive. Gade and Fesor also with good. That's Fesor's headshot percentage kind of lower than it used to be. Borup still with that headshot percentage, definitely a decent pickup if you want to go Hyenas and just hope that Borup does a bit better than he usually does, I guess. But it's a decent pickup. Galaxy Racer and Lingby Vikings. Budapest 5 with Mar. Interesting. And I don't know, the San Payus guy apparently went absolutely insane alongside Deaths in their group. So I'll keep my eye out for them, let's say. But this wasn't like a very difficult group for them. Interesting that they did that well though. Honoris, Ambush. Yeah, a lot of these teams you are used to seeing in these events, but usually they don't make it far. Whereas teams like Fiend, I do expect to make it far. Maybe Anonymo as well. Who are they playing in their first rounds? So Fiend play FTW, who were in this group, right? They lost to Iberian Family at least. I wonder how badly. 2-0'd, 2-2 once against Exploit. Kinda crushed. I think Fiend is probably a decent pick again. And I mean, Hyenas, it just might be Fiend Hyenas again. Or Fiend Anonymo, maybe. The thing with Hyenas, I don't know if they're as worth it anymore. Maybe you go like Borup only from Hyenas, and then like Snacks as op. You can go some of the slightly more expensive players on the other teams, on the other spots. I mean, we have some like people with standout roles. So Snacks obviously main op, I would say. 4 up headshot percentage. One guy is IGL. Dreamer's been a very good pick so far in a lot of these. I should check which role people put on Dreamer. He's an option. If I go Minio, can I get Victor? What if I go like Kylar? Then I'm still off Victor even with Innocent. I do want to go double Fiend. I know it's these are literally the most clicked players. Maybe I should not go for these guys just because they're. Maybe I should go for a more of a surprise one. Who are like tricked playing. Tricked have done pretty decent. I mean, beating 1 win is not a easy one. They kind of destroyed these teams. I would say this is a bit of a tier up from them, but they are a decent team, I think. They beat a lot of I'm gonna go tricked just because I wanna kind of mix it up a bit. They're playing alternate attacks. So who do you pick from a team like this? So Lucky with his like their main star here has a nice headshot percentage. Who is this guy? Czekuzik. So he's never played for an HLTV match. Maybe this is not the time to pick, or maybe it is the time to pick up Tricked. I don't know who this is. Just another new, just a new guy for them. So do we have some like who left them basically? Is it like a good player that left? How do I check this? I go here, check who's played for Tricked in the past few games. Quez, I don't know if Quez is like, is this the guy who actually played for them? I can't remember that picture. Maybe it's just a stand-in as well, by the way. It just might be a stand-in situation here. I'm here. Wait a second. Oh, was that Sup? I don't know who they have. Like, I guess are there like rotating players usually in the last position? I don't know. Interesting. Most of these teams who I consider could be like surprises. They are kind of too expensive for me to go like, yes, I want to pick this guy up. I don't think these teams are gonna do well enough. Like if Sunpayus was not 245, I might pick him, as well as Deco 249. Like these are insane players, but that's a price that's not doable for me. I think the winning play is still going for one of these surprisers. Maybe like a Cillian alongside one of the other Apex guys. Who are Apex playing? Hyenas. Yeah, that's not an easy one for them. I'll go for Tricked. I'm gonna gamble on them. Let's hope they do well. Maybe I gamble on someone else. No, I think I gamble on Tricked. Who is who has some like, it's like KIR? I can't pick Jekus. I just don't know who he is. I'm kind of like tempted to pick him because of the price, and just like, okay, show us what you got, but I just don't know what role to put him on or something like that even. Kier with high headshot percentage is I'll pick him up, and I've heard that Lucky is a great player, so I'm gonna pick up Lucky. Just throw the pop roll on him, so no snacks this time, I guess. Question is which other team. I think Fiend is too decent of a team to not pick, so I'm just gonna go like Bubble, Dreamer, and I guess Borup. Seems like a decent one. Yeah, I'm not opposed to this team, except for the fact that Borup is also headshot as well as him. I'm not too happy about that. Wait, I already scrolled past Tricked, right? Still gotta be KIR. Unless someone. No, I think it's still him. Oh man, Quest is like 1 grand off, right? It'd be. I don't know what I'd put him on. Like T rating, maybe? I think it's still KIR, and we just buy this team. And Lucky main op, obviously. Headshot, I'm still gonna throw Borup headshot. Here. I put on these guys. So like, what do people usually put on Dreamer? Try and find someone with Dreamer on them. That was a Dreamer with like high rank, so Attacker. You get good points with Attacker. Dreamer. Roll. He did get great stats with Dreamer Attacker. What's his T-side rating? He's pretty good T rating. Let's try it out. Let's throw Attacker Dreamer on. Then we have Bubble and Kier. I don't know about this Kier guy. Just entry a bit. Like a decent amount. Clutch, no. Bubble is probably IGL, I would say. That's makes too much sense. And then you could go like support Borup and headshot Kier. I think I'll do that. Sure. Then boosters. How many rounds we got? 5 rounds. Yeah, it's 3 Swiss rounds minimum. I'll throw the first round of boosters on. Tricked versus alternate attacks. Oh man, Lucky has great CD rating. Like if I had double AWPers, I would maybe think about just not giving Lucky that, but okay, so we have headshot king. Yeah, that's also a reason to kind of go Kier. You want, if you want to gamble on the fact that he's gonna get high headshot percentage, you want it to be kind of on a team where there's not another good headshot guy, and Borup has like Fissure as well. So sometimes Fissur's gonna have a map where he has a higher headshot percentage than Borup, so aimbot is not as good there. Whereas here I would just happily throw this on KIR. Lucky. I'll throw top of scorecard, Lucky. Problem with Dreamer is that there's also Red Star and Arn on the team, so I think Dreamer was like pistol god, if I remember correctly. He was really good at pistols. We have some KAST guys. Dreamer's also a great KAST guy. I'll throw that on him eventually. Okay, what else we got here? Nade killers, okay. Corpus could need damage here as well. Assists. Dreamer, no, this bubble with good assists per round. I'll throw that on a different round though. Clutch, nah, not now. Bubble does double. He does bait a bit. Borup has great grenade. I'll throw Kobe and Borup maybe. Just Apex. I guess I'll throw like Avenger on Borup. And then on Bubble. I don't really know what else to throw on him, so I'll do this one now. Okay, so that's my team for this episode. There's gonna be a secondary lineup as always in the description down below. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.